Welcome to part 5, and we're going to kick off with an ace and a 2. The queen can go over there, jack can go on the queen, and the 9 can come out and go on the 10. That's it for, we could do the 2 on the 3, why not? Oh, we can reverse it too. Okay, nice. Right, now we've got a little bit of a better position. So let's carry on. There's the 7 and the 2 of clubs we can't play yet. The 4 we can't play, nor the 8. The 10 can come on that jack. No black 9s available. 6, jack can go on that queen, and that means we can play the 10 to that jack. Okay, that's it. Now let's carry on. We've got the 6 on the 7. Ah, another ace. Look at that. 5 can come on the 6. Now we've got a space for that king. We've got the 3 of diamonds. The 4 is in there. We haven't got anywhere to put that 3 though, so we just have to be patient with that one. Okay, let's go. 4 of hearts, not yet. King. No, there's nothing we can do about that right now, so we just have to wait it out. 8, 7, 5, 10, king. This is where it'd be nice to have a space, isn't it? But we haven't, so what can we do? There, we can look, because we can move that 7 and we can move that 4, so we can now play that king. Good. We can't play the black 3. That's all right. I'm just looking because we got, okay, no, we can't do anything with that. Right, carry on. There's the queen for that king. 8, no. Jack, no. 6, no. Jack, yes. 2 can go on there, and that gives us, we can move that 2 over. We've got the 3 and the 4, and we've got the 4 and the 5 of diamonds. We don't have the 6, do we? No. The 6 can come out and go on. Oh, actually, no. I don't want to block that 7 because we've only got. If we find the 6 of diamonds, then we're good with that 7. Okay, nothing else. No. Queen, not yet. 6 of hearts. We can't play that. 7. We haven't got an 8. There's a 2 of clubs. That's nice. Now we've got a 3 under there. We can't play it because of the 2. We haven't got the ace in the deck, so we're going to have to hope we can get it out over here. So we just have to keep an eye on an opportunity for moving that. The 4, here's an opportunity for moving the 3. It actually gives us a 10 for the jack and a 9 and a space for the 4th king. Okay, let's carry on. We can't do anything with that 7. There's an 8 for the 9, although right, we can play that because we might get a red 6 and then we can play that 5. In fact, we have got a red 6 we can play there, and we're down to 1 card face down now. The 9 can go on the 10. Let's see what else we've got in here. Hearts, we don't have that, so that card actually is almost certainly the ace of hearts, which is a bit annoying. Okay, so there's our 4th king. That's good. The 4, we don't actually need the space. I was going to say we could play the 4 down here, put the 3 on it, but that doesn't actually benefit us. What we really want here is a black 3. So, okay, let's carry on. Let's see how it goes. 8 on the 9. 7 on the 8. 5 can't play. Oh, 5 can go up there. 10, not yet. 9, not yet. 8, no. Jack, no. 6 of clubs could go on the 7, although we have actually got the 6 of diamonds. It's down there. We're looking for the low clubs. We've got a low club there. We might have to do something kind of cunning in a minute. Meanwhile, I'm going to reverse that last card. Okay, there's the queen for the king, and there's the 6 of hearts, which could go on the 7 of spades. The 6 of spades is under there. Now then, we've got an interesting position here, because we've got an ace missing. We know where it is. It's face down right there. So we're going to have to try and move that 7 when we've got no obvious place to put it. Right, so what can we do? We need an 8, a black 8. And there's only one black 8, and there must be 2. Okay, I'm seeing things here. There's a black 8 there, 8 of clubs. The 8 of spades must be in the deck. So that's not going to help us. Okay, there's a 10. There's a 9, there's an 8. There's a jack. There's the jack for that queen. There's a 9 under there. Okay, 6 can go on the 7 because there's no reason not to at the moment. But we've got to really think about this 7, because unless we can move that 7, because now we see we're out of deck. There's nothing, literally nothing there, and we're stuck with that 6 in position. So we need to move. Let's move that. At this point, it's worth looking at what we've got out and what we can play back. And by that I mean, what can we take from the top deck that's going to help our position here. And at the moment, it's not at all obvious. There's another 8 to come out. There it is, in fact, at the top. But we can't play it. In fact, we're being held up by one card. Now, if we could play that 2 and 3, that would be useful. But we can't. If we can bring the 5 down there, and we can put the 5 there and the 4 there, that would free up the 4, for example. The 3 we could play onto there, but we need somewhere to put that. We need another black 3, so we can borrow that black 3. Now we can play that, the 4. The 5 of clubs is under there, so we can play that. Has that helped us, is the question, and I'm not sure that it has particularly. We need a black 6 to play that 5 onto. There's the black 6. Of course it's covered by a heart. So this could be a lesson in not playing low cards onto the lay unless it's absolutely necessary. I'm still thinking about how we can solve this, but it's really quite a tricky one. It's evidence that you can get stopped by one single card being buried face down in the deck. One thing we could do is play this game again and use a slightly different strategy to see if that solves our problem. Those are the 3 cards we need to move. But obviously we can't just move them because there's nowhere to put them. So I'm struggling. You see, we can do things like this. All right, that exposes the 5 of spades. The 3 of spades is under there. We can We need a black 3 to play that 2 onto. There is a black 3, it's under there. There it is. We need a red 4 to play that onto. We haven't got one. So I'm just showing you my thought process now, which is right at this moment failing me. It's not. We're not getting anywhere here. We need that ace out. We cannot complete the game without that ace. And I'm not seeing any other way out of this. We can play the 4 and the 5 up. Does that help at all? Simple answer is no, it doesn't. The difficulty we've got is obviously we've only got one black 8 in the lay. We've got nowhere to put another black 8 because these are all black kings, so there won't be a black 8 in those decks at all. And there's nowhere to put that other black 8. Okay, so what I'm going to do is restart this game, and that's that yellow. No, it's not. It's the green button up there. No, it's not. It's that one. Get it right. Okay, there we are. We've restarted the same game. Let's see how we get on this time. 6 on 7. We have to be thoughtful now, because what we're trying to do is not play low cards down to the lay, as I call it. We're going to stick with the higher cards. Now remember, assuming the ace is in the same place, let's see if we can get it out early. That will be our strategy this time. Okay, so what can we do to get it out early? We need a place to put that 4. We can play that 4, and we can play that 10 across and that 9 across. Okay, that clears that area. There's the 3. The 4 is there, and the 5 is beside it. 8 can go on the 9. Jack, 10. There's the 3 of clubs. Hearts, king, 7 on the 8, that's safe. That's the other king. Right, so we've got 4 kings and 3 aces. We know where the other ace is, it's right above that 4. So 8 on the 9. Does that affect anything? We need a black 5 to play that 4 onto. We don't need any more spaces for kings because we've got 4 out. So we can leave that 4 where it is. We can move that 3 across and play the 4 of clubs. Queen. Now there's one of the black 8s that we couldn't play last time. There's the other black 8 right there. There's a jack. 2. Queen. And do we want to play that 6? Because no, I don't think we need to. Right, now then. We need a black 5 so that we can play that red 4. So in fact, just jumping back there, we actually want that red 6 on there, because if we find a black 5, that might help us solve the problem. There it is, black 5. So now we can move that. Now we've got that 7, for which we need a black 8. There's the black 8 that's there at the moment. It's going to have to be a red king, so we're going to have to play red jack, black 10, red 9, black 8. And that's going to be a challenge. There's the jack, okay. That can go on there because it doesn't matter. I mean, in fact, we can play that 5, and that can come out the way. Right, now we've got one more lay of the cards. There's the 10. There's the 9. There's the 8. Okay, now there it is. There's our ace. So that should solve the problem. So sometimes if you just play the game twice, you can actually win, when it wasn't at all obvious how you're going to win the first time round. In fact, it was a complete loss the first time round, but this time we can just play this out. There we go. There we are, we're good. So, well, that took a lot of thinking, but we made it in the end. Great. See you in the next one.